Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Supercell just announced the emergency bubble changes for tomorrow coming into Clash Royale. I can tell you guys this is absolutely exciting, and also there will be some, I would say, dramatic changes, and most of you guys most likely won't agree with them. We're starting with the much needed bug fix. I think most of you guys are aware of some, but Supercell actually says there are occasional crash on iOS 0.5. I actually didn't have any crash. Let me know if you guys had anyone, but yeah, this is kind of also getting fixed. Animation shakes when units preferent horizontally. Yeah, man, this is just like, I don't know, the cards are really behaving weird. They're always dancing on the map. I don't know if you guys like that. I personally don't. Cloning during the spawn timer pushes the unit forward. Okay, there are like some clone things. Cloning a goblin giant gives you an extra floating spear goblin. Yeah, that was a crazy thing. Players are able to place overlapping buildings. I kind of saw that. Actually, there was some bug, not really bug abuse, but just like kind of people on Axe testing it out. And they were able to play Mortar and Xbow together on one single field, and then you couldn't even really see what's happening. You thought it would be a completely new card, and it was just shredding your tower. That was really funny. Ban and Golden Knight Dash does not hit units on the other side of the river. Yeah, that was kind of glitchy. It's kind of buggy, really annoying for like bridge fights, especially because you're playing Bandit and Golden Knight mostly in bridge spam decks. Other units cannot push the frozen tubes. Guardian was hitting units. Underground bots are not placing or not playing evolve cards when practicing from replays. Dude, I never practiced from replays yet. Maybe I should try it out for a video once. Let me know in the comment section how good the bot really is. And replay practice from classic 1v1 is not capped at level 11. So that's the bug fix is really interesting. Is there a clone bug not in there? I don't know. Like Supercell actually said like just like cloning during the spawn timer pushes the unit forward, and cloning a goblin giant gives you extra floating spear. So I just also hope that they also include like the clone guardian bug, because that one is like the most critical bug right now in the game. But now guys, let's get to the balance changes, and they're not just emergency nerfs. I would actually argue that there should be just emergency nerfs in Clash Royale. I feel like the main reason they're doing this, I think I really appreciate as a player myself, most likely maybe you guys are also excited for that. I don't know if they would have done it without the Clash Royale League World Finals coming at November 24th. I think like a ton of pros are complaining on Twitter in the Supercell group asking Supercell, can you do some change in the queue meta, because there's like every single stuff is like too broken. Also especially the Evo recruits. That was what we were saying last season, but then they brought Little Prince in, and the Little Prince absolutely destroys the Evo recruits, but they still decided to change them. So the Royal Recruit Evolution, always just evolution, this type of meaning just evolution change besides the Little Prince. Again, another strong evolution that is seeing a lot play right now. This change reduced the total overall damage that the Royal Recruits deal by 5%. So 12% to 6, which is minus 50% extra bonus damage for the evolution. I think this can be huge, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure if the Royal Recruits still need it, but at the same time, I'm honest to you guys, there might be a ton of Royal Recruits like for you guys in mid lane, and also when the Little Prince gets a big nerf, right? Like there will be way more Royal Recruits, but currently I think we're really lucky that like Bomb Tower, Delivery, Log, Poison, and also of course the Little Prince is meta currently in Clash Royale, and just absolutely hard counter Royal Recruits. But maybe you guys are facing it a lot, and now you can be a bit more happy. Also at the same time, we get a Knight Evolution nerf, and honestly this nerf, so you kind of need to consider Knight might be one of the, or like most likely 100% is one of the top 3 cards right now in the entire game. And Supercell just decided to nerf the bonus hit speed from minus 0.3 seconds to minus 0.1 seconds, so minus 67%. So what Supercell is saying, the Evolved Knight is one of the strongest card evolutions right now, and seeing a ton of decks. It's changed decreases output by a significant amount, dealing 80% damage per second and minus 80% damage per second at level 11. Okay, that seems interesting. So the bonus hit speed, I mean, it feels like, if they say like with this 80% damage minus, it sounds pretty big, to be fair. I mean, you kind of need to think about, right, the hit speed is like increases, of course, so it's not like hitting that much, but I feel like the most important thing why it's so strong is just like the tankage, right? The tankage he provides, right? So just like the defensive thing, right? It's like tanking so much, and also an offense. An example, like combination with the Little Prince, right? Little Prince plus Evolution Knight, one of the best combinations in Clash Royale right now. I don't really think that's enough. I still think Knight Evolution will be as broken as it is right now. Even you can kind of say, okay, it's not going to be that broken on offense anymore, but it's really still broken on offense. And consider that this card is broken for months, and you're just doing like this type of small change, I would say this won't really change anything in the meta. Honestly, this is like kind of change where I'm really disappointed about. So guys, and last up as a nerf, we get the Royal Recruit Not the Royal Recruit evolution, the Little Prince. We already had the Royal Recruit. Little Prince, the Royal Rescue dash distance gets nerfed. And you're gonna think, oh wow, how hard are they gonna nerf it? 2 tiles, 1 tile, 3 tiles? No. 0.5 tiles. Yeah, it's gonna change something in some situations. But like, it will be still mainly broken on defense, right? Most likely, of course, sometimes it's broken on offense, that is like directly dashing to tower and destroying towers, but I still need to say, like, mainly it's broken on defense, right? There's so many things broken. Damage to HP, it's just like so many things, and I don't really think it's gonna change anything. I feel like maybe instead of like 200 people in the top 200 using this card, it will be 199. Guardian has been going above and beyond her rescue duty, also become effective at taking crown towers during long range dash. This change makes it easier to counter her Royal Assault. Yeah, I agree with that. I think like this is the first change they kind of need to do, because sometimes it's pretty random when you're defending like the Little Prince and the Guardian is straight up a tower of the ability and also like dealing instantly 500 damage when it's connecting to a tower. It's just like crazy, but I still think that's not enough. Let me know what you guys think. What would be the best change for Little Prince? Maybe like make it 4 licks. I'm not 100% sure there. I think this would be also. I still think the Royal I mean, the Little Prince would be still viable. I'm not sure about that, because like the Monk is also still a viable card. Of course, not as good as it used to be, but still a really okay card in the game. And yeah, I don't know, Little Prince is just like a really interesting card. And these are all the nerfs, and I'm really surprised about that. Where are the evolution artists? In my opinion, evolution artists are currently the best evolution. Of course, if somebody's like trying to argue with me, saying, "Oh, Morten, evolution art is better," I'm gonna give this to him, right? Like, you can argue whatever you want to. But in my opinion, evolution archers are really, really busted. And the only reason why evolution archers aren't really like in every single deck is, first of all, the Little Prince is kind of similar. So in Summit of the Dark, you need to decide between the Little Prince and evolution archers, and of course the evolution knight. Yeah, the evolution knight nerf won't change too much, but I still think maybe it allows allows people to use like the evolution archers a bit more, especially because evolution knight of course takes 1 evolution spot, right, but also counters kind of evolution archers in the evolution form. So yeah, I don't know, guys, like I'm just kind of surprised by Supercell honestly just deciding to not nerf evolution archers. Maybe, oh, let's go, the alarm is there, maybe because of the stats. I don't know what you guys think about that, but this was this was like a really interesting change by Supercell. So guys, but that's not it. So we also got 2 emergency buffs, and I'm not sure if we really need this type of buffs, because I feel like if this cards wouldn't have been like an evolution, we would have never seen a buff on this type of cards. And at the same time, I think one of these cards is one of the better cards in Clash Royale. We firstly got the Bats evolution. Yes, I agree, Bats evolution might need a buff. They deserve a bit more love, but at the same time, guys, why we're not waiting? There will be soon like balance change, I think at the start of December. So is there any need to really buff them before Clash Royale League World Finals? I'm not really complaining too much, of course. Like, I'm a Bats abuser, I'm using Bats in my mana control decks and so on. So it's not like, okay, I personally hate this card, but just like kind of like analyzing that with like strategic wise, I don't really think it makes too much sense. So kind of what Supercell is saying about that, and this change allows evolve Bats to activate their vampiric hit points, dealing faster, and helpfully gives them a longer lifespan in the arena. So the hit speed, the first hit speed, gets changed from 0.5 seconds to 0.2 seconds, and you kind of need to think about it. First of all, first hit speed, one of the biggest changes in Clash, I would say, after Elixir, in my opinion. First hit speed is crazy. And also, what is like the evolution bat doing, right? They're healing them up, they're healing each other up, they're healing themselves up, which is crazy, right? So if the first hit speed is faster, they're gonna heal up faster, and they're not gonna die to zap anymore, to like rage and so on. So I could think this could be an absolute crazy change, and I feel like Bats evolution might be one of the best evolutions for the new meta. As the last one, we got the card, like, dude, Skeleton's evolution really get a buff. I honestly don't feel like they need one, right? They're just feeling so good in the game. They're like in some decks, they're not in any deck. I feel like when Evolution Knight gets a nerf, they will be like seeing way more, or like a bigger nerf, also Evolution Archers, because they are kind of in similar decks, right? Now Hogwarts Cycle decks, an Xbow deck, like some Graveyard decks, like they're like in really similar decks right now, also Royal Hogs, right? So it's like kind of thing why not a ton of people use Skeleton Evolution, but they're working in some decks really, really well, and they're just like really good on defense, which is one elixir. You're not really doing anything wrong with them. But what they're doing is like the first hit speed. Once again, also the first hit speed, right? And not like they're not healing themselves, but they're spawning, right? So if they're like connecting a bit faster, you can just lose the game by that. It will be 20 seconds, 20% faster. So from 0.5 seconds to 0.4 seconds. Skeletons have been on the weaker side of the current evolutions roster. I disagree. I disagree. If I would do a power ranking right now of all the evolutions, I would say Evo Knight on Evo Knight Archers, however you want to argue it, 1, 2. And then I would honestly find a way already to kind of bring the evolution skeletons in, especially in the current meta with like the little prints all over the place. So I don't really think it's on the weaker side. Yeah, recruits, they're maybe better overall, but not in the current meta. Barbs, they're not really dealing too well currently in the meta, just like with little prints, there's like a ton of bowlands on. So I don't know, maybe I'm dumb, but like I just feel like Skeleton's evolution, they don't need a buff. This change allows them to multiply faster. Yes, that's what we know. That makes sense. Thank you for telling us. But this will be like really interesting to see. Let me know what you guys think. Am I right? Am I wrong? I personally think it's cool to see a little prince change. Even I don't really think it's too much Royal Recruit. I don't really think it's too necessary, but I love this kind of change because I just really hate Royal Recruit. Knight evolution, it's like way too less in my opinion. Bats evolution, in my opinion, not the needed time. And also the Skulls evolution, not needed at all. This is my opinion. So I would say it's really cool that Supercell does this type of changes, but I don't know if I agree with all of them. I would say I'm out. Thanks for watching. Want to see your opinion in the comment section. Goodbye. See you guys tomorrow when the belt changes are finally out. And I will, of course, show you some decks with these new cards.